We're Caroline and Ian, a British couple travelling with our Bernese mountain dog Dillilah. We've given up work, sold our house, given away our possessions, and now we're having a full life van tour.
So come and join us. We're finishing off in Europe as we make our way back to the UK to have the van MOT'd. And so come and find out about how Christian faith and van life work together
on a wing and a prayer. So we're on the toll road going out from Zadar to Zagreb, and it's a huge height. It does make life so much easier when you're travelling. That's where we were, where we are now. Another landscape to see. We just stopped for some lunch because it was absolutely pouring it down. We've now entered a load of valleys. So we're still about an hour away from the border. And the temperature has dropped now from 20 in Zadar, down to 10 degrees here on the top of this mountain. And I believe you're having sunshine at home. We've just done about 3 hours in Croatia, and it was on a toll, and it's cost us 25 quid to travel a few hundred miles down the road. Ian has been driving through this and it's been worse than this.
Like England. Feels like I'm stuck in Birmingham.
But this, we're just about to leave Croatia in about an hour's drive, and this is the first traffic jam that we've been in, isn't it?
It is.
In fact, it's the first traffic jam we've been in for how long would you say?
The last one was in France.
I think the last one was in France. So we're not going to grumble, we're going to sit here, we're going to count the raindrops. Pity I can't put the kettle on though, that's what we're dying for, aren't we, Brew?
We're moving.
But we're moving. The beauty of having a camper car in a traffic jam is I've just been round the back and made a brew. And crisps to keep us going. So we don't mind a traffic jam, do we, Mr. A?
Well, yeah, still don't like a traffic jam.
Yeah, no, but we can say cheers, mates.
Wow.
It's been about 6 hours of driving now, and it's just getting totally and utterly exhausting. Went through that traffic jam, and then the roads are just not taking the water. There are massive, massive puddles everywhere. I'm just praying and hoping that nobody swerves or skids. And the thunderous rain on the roof, it's like being inside a washing machine. It's just doing your head in. So we're still trying to get over the border, but we've an hour and 15 minutes to go. So we'll see. We didn't make it to the border. We've been driving for over 7 hours. It started thundering and lightning. We're both really tired. Look, even Dillilah has had enough of movement. So we're gonna have a nice tea. We're having jagged potatoes and pulled pork, mainly so I can put the oven on and warm the place up. But it's still absolutely tipping it down out there. We'll make an early start tomorrow. Night-night. We might be in a lay-by in Croatia in a thunderstorm with it absolutely lashing it down. It doesn't stop us living, so we've managed to have a shower, wash our hair, tea's in the oven, brews on, and suddenly all's well with the world again. Today's another day. We've managed to have stop in Hungary, and this is the local park, and in the local park they've actually got these incredible water slides. Now it's all shut, so I don't know if it's free or not, whether you need to get a band to get in. It's a massive park. It looks like it'll be really well looked out for in summer. The only downside is, as you can guess with any thermal place, there is that whiffy smell of egg going on. It's so lovely to hear the bird song. I heard a cuckoo earlier. This is one of the hotels that's in the park. Looks like they've got a bandstand. It's very, very green. What do you do on a wet day? You get wetter. So our first stop, it is a massive, huge sauna and fun baths area. So they've got lots of different places. A big outdoor pool with inflatables. They've got a kids world inside that has slides and everything. Then for the adults they have a relaxation area, a medical area with 3 different types of water for 3 different ailments and 3 different temperatures. So that's all in the dome over there. So really looking forward to getting warm. It's dropped from 20 degrees down to 10 degrees and definitely feeling it. I don't know if you can see the wind blowing. It's all very pretty and also very quiet. Oh, well, this is turning out to be a really good day, isn't it, Mr. Ray?
Oh, yeah.
So we've just come out of, I'll show you, just come out of a place here that's full of, it's got a lazy river in it, little whirlpools. There's an outdoor pool with whirlpools. There's saunas, but our favourite bit is down here, and it is medicinal thermal spas. So they've got different qualities in the water, and it's outdoors, and it's just so nice.
Look, it's steam now.
Yeah, it's got little roofs that you can, even if it's chucking it down, you can just sit out. But why I like it is, you're surrounded by all the trees. Oh, that's the kids' play area as well. That's shut, obviously, because it's cold. But to sit in these hot spas, listen to the birds sing, have the cold on your face, and yet the heat on your body is quite terrific. So, good day had by all, Mr. A?
Yeah, have you seen all the different pools that are still over there?
Yeah.
It's a very, very wet place.
We're trying to work out how much it cost us. At the moment, we're looking, I think it's 15,700. I think it's flooring that they have, but we'll let you know how much it's cost. But I don't mind, I think it's been brilliant. I'm cold now, I don't know if you can hear the wind. It's grey skies, wind in the trees, but we're going to go and get in this nice hot water. Well, the weather's not warmed up any. As you can see, we've got our woolly jumpers on. It's really gone cold. I think it's still only 10 degrees. We have now left our campsite and we're on the way to Budapest. And Budapest is one of my favourite cities. So we've just gone alongside Lake Buda, which was the longest lake in Europe. Not sure if you can see it, it's over there. So we've been travelling for at least 45 minutes and Lake Buda is still going strong. statue that's been made out of Lego, and it apparently took 28 people, I think it was 80 days, 28 people, 80 days to build, and it used 850,000 bricks and was modelled and designed by Lego itself. And it was made for the people of Budapest because lions are considered an important symbol. It's really quite remarkable. We've come out this evening for a walk. We've been through St Margaret's Park, which is absolutely lovely, and we're now in the centre. That's the Parliament building behind us. Oh no, sorry. Yep, over there, Parliament building. The Danube, Pest on that side, and we're on the side of Buda. And one of the most moving things that I found when I was last in Budapest are these shoes. And so the significance of the shoes are this: that when the Germans were killing the Jews, they ran out of grave space. So instead of providing graves for them, they got the Jews to line up, take off the shoes, they then shot them and pushed them into the water. Such a simple thing draws so many people, it's so poignant.
Okay, unfortunately I can't get my drone out, so probably about as close as I can get. Do a circle.
I am absolutely shattered. So we've walked 30,000 steps at 20,000 steps, and it being 6 o'clock in the evening, and only having had I can't even talk, cereals for breakfast at 9 o'clock. I was dropping, so I said to Ian, enough's enough, we're stopping here. And I found a cafe that had the word kitchen in it and thought that'll do for me. So we each had chicken and vegetable soup with a bread roll. Ian had chicken, chips and coleslaw. Yeah. I had chilli and rice, and we both had a Coke, and I embarrassed myself because I took out all this money to give to her and she couldn't explain it wasn't enough, and then I worked out it wasn't enough. So I got 100,000 of their money out and gave it to her with a bit more, and she was very kind, she was very lovely, but we've just worked out that that whole meal
loads of money. That means nothing.
The whole meal cost £23. That's all in, everything in. So I'm going to show you now. I wished I'd had room for dessert, because in Budapest they have a speciality, and the speciality is called a chimney cake. And so is a speciality. It's called a chimney cake, and they've got pistachio, apple pie, and chocolate and cream. Or you can have any one of these: cinnamons, vanilla, walnut, plain, with whipped cream, with ice cream, and they're very, very lovely, but very, very filling.
So even if this part doesn't give enough, it continues to give, with coloured lights this time, and the fellow is in his box playing some music. Music's just finished. Probably play some more music in a minute. But, yeah, when it goes really dark, I bet this looks really impressive. Anyway, goodbye Budapest.
Sometimes if things don't feel quite right, you just have to bite the bullet. So after our long day in Budapest, we decided that the car park we was on was right in the middle of the city centre, and it was absolutely chock-a-block. We would have had to have left at 8 o'clock in the morning anyway, because we just had no money to pay for the coins to pay for the ticket. So we've had a look, we've moved, we've driven an hour. It's now 11 o'clock at night, and we're going to settle down. So I'll show you the view in the morning of where we've moved to instead. But already it's so quiet. Well, there's a train station behind, we've just heard on the tannoy, but apart from that it's pretty quiet. So as promised, I will show you where we landed last night, and it's actually turned out to be a really, really good park hub. So we just came off the main road, saw this bit of gravel, thought that'll do, parked up, and this is what that is the Danube. Down here you've got kayaking and cycling, which I was very tempted with the cycling till I saw and heard a lady telling me that there was a boat ride here, and the boat ride goes to a castle called Visigrad. Now last night when we came in the dark and there was all thick mist from the rain, it was really, really beautiful. I didn't catch any of it because it was so dark, but we're going to stay an extra night, and we're going to take the boat ride, and we're going to go down to Visigrad. I think there's a market on today. It's Friday, so we're going to have a wander into the town, get some fresh stuff. How amazing is this? So much better than sitting in a city car park. So this is a little Hungarian town, and they just seem to look after the place so well. So this is where we've stopped, Zebegdi, and they've just got little cafes, window boxes on all the official buildings. And then this is the square. The train station's just behind there. It just feels really nice. Definitely different. Definitely loved. I am loving this little mountain village. So this is the school with a water fountain in the playground. Kids are obviously encouraged to cycle to school. Whether it's the teachers' cars, they've got canoes on the top for when they finish for a bit of R&R. They've got a spa shop, the little church, the post office and shops. It's all cobbled, and it's just got a really relaxed feeling. This door is the start of a shrine that went right into the caves, and it was used up until 1910 before that church down at the bottom in the village was built. They even had a bell tower, but the bell was so big it hung outside the church on a tower up here. It's not used today, but at Christmas they do put nativity scenes in it. It goes right into the cave. And then there's just layers all over the place, going twisting round. I bet the acoustics were good in here. Lewis, I don't know if you can see this. I'm actually trying to get a picture of this caterpillar that keeps bobbing about. And it's dangling. There it is. It's dangling, coming from the tree. And it's going lower and lower and lower on a thread. Is it going to get down to the floor? I think it's looking for a new house. It's come back up again.
So we've made our way all the way up the steps, and we are met with the head of Jesus. And I think that's the crown of thorns. It's also some kind of a memorial garden, a small church with angels and some kind of a monument this side as well. And we're quite high up now as well, so it's hard to see through the trees and things, but we shall see what we can see.
Travelling through the countries, you just get drawn in by the beauty and the different variations of them, and you kind of forget that actually at one point they were all joined as Yugoslavia, but in our lifetime the battle came where Yugoslavia was split into all different countries, and this is in the middle of the walk, and it's a bunker obviously from that war. One of the highlights of the walk is the viewing tower, so I'm going to march to the top and show you what it looks like from up there. We have blue skies today, so excited after a week of rain. That was well worth the climb. Another beautiful view of the Danube. Leading from the little church there, you've got a walkway down to the graveyard, and all the way down it's really steep. I don't know how they'd carry coffins down here. You've got the 12 stages of the cross, which the Catholics do. I'm back in the graveyard, only to show you different things. So the interesting thing about this one in Hungary is they have totem poles on the graves. There's wooden ones, there's stone carved ones, and they also have the graves and the ashes all in the same place, which I think is a great idea, because some people just don't know where to put the ashes, do they? I presume this is where they have the services and not up the hill like I saw before. There's a bell to ring and more totem poles. This is the walkway down. We're doing a circular, and these beautiful, beautiful little shuttered houses, and all the residents have put potted geraniums all the way along. It's going to look great in summer, but these are the typical houses with all little pointy roofs and wooden shutters. We've popped into a cafe to get some lunch, and there's a squirrel on the menu. Nice bit of squirrel. So we've had a look. It's definitely not squirrel that we're going to have. I think we're going to have hot dogs.
Lovely bit of squirrel, Jackie.